Hello to all community-based organizations interested in partnering with our community-engaged teaching and research team in the fall of 2021. I'm excited to be partnering and collaborating with you all through our service learning courses this semester. If you don't already recognize me and/or my voice, my name is Chelsea Lauder, and I am the Community-Engaged Teaching and Research Program Manager. And my primary role on our team is to facilitate our community partnership processes. And so that means making connections across our community-engaged teaching and research network in support of community-identified goals. I'm also known as the one who emails you all year long to check in, share updates, and offer opportunities to engage with our university network. So the purpose of this narrated slideshow is to introduce community partners, returning liaisons, and new to our work as community-engaged teaching and research more broadly, as well as address some of the specifics regarding the schedule, expectations, and associated resources. So to start, I want to address the context of where we're situated at Northeastern. Our service learning courses are just one function of our community-engaged teaching and research team, and so it's likely that you already are or might like to be connected to some other community-engaged programs across our campus. That could be the ACES program, our community volunteer program, or through Northeastern Crossing. And while we refer to you as service learning partners in this space, once you're a part of our network, we are always happy to connect you with our other colleagues. And so, as I mentioned, facilitating service learning courses is just one function of our team. And so in this case of service learning, we're talking specifically about the teaching tool that's meant to support community impact while enhancing student learning. For Northeastern, service learning is a form of experiential learning, but we really want to stress that there is no one-size-fits-all mold for service learning, and that community partners are a central and essential piece of the service learning puzzle. SL, while connected directly to a course at Northeastern, is not possible without the rich collaboration with community partners. And I'll keep sharing examples of what this can look like, but if you're interested in learning more about the field of service learning and community engagement, please don't hesitate to reach out. Our team also supports other campus initiatives that seek to engage with the community. It could be community engaged research projects or connecting with one of our cultural centers on campus. So keep an eye out for our emails and newsletters in order to hear about these opportunities. Or you can just reach out directly with ideas for partnerships, and we can look into how to make the best connections. So while there is not a one-size-fits-mold for service learning at Northeastern, or really anywhere, we try to build some structure to guide the possibilities based on what our community partners and faculty members are thinking about. So these three types of engagement are what you'll be most likely to see, and there's of course a lot of variety throughout these. So for example, if you're partnering with a marketing course, it's likely that you're working on a project-based capacity building partnership. And so for some other courses, you may be engaging with students who are connecting with you weekly as social media or activity assistants, and there are really so many possibilities as to how this can look. This semester, we are still going to be offering the option for faculty, students, and community partners to engage both in person and virtually. This means that partners will have a chance to submit either virtual, in-person, or hybrid options, and a conversation will need to be had between all stakeholders to determine what makes the most sense based off of policies and comfort levels. I want to just take a moment to recognize that our team over the last year has been really working to center our values throughout our decision-making processes as well as our program structures. And so for us, it has looked like a reinvigorated commitment to social and racial justice. We've been doing that through personal reflections on our positionalities as community engaged professionals, critical conversations with our student leaders and our faculty members on how their roles contribute to justice positively or negatively, as well as prioritizing the creation of trainings and partnerships centered around responsible, ethical, and anti-racist community engagement. We're really committed to making sure that our community partners have a voice throughout our work. So if at any point you're concerned about how we're approaching and communicating this value and our work more broadly throughout our stakeholder networks, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. This work is hard and yet necessary and does require continuous critical reflection. So thinking specifically about how we connect with community partners, I want to spend a moment talking about our request for partnerships process, which is typically how we make course and community partnership connections each semester. So it's a multi-step process where we gather course information from faculty members and create our partnership opportunities to provide an outline to community partners on the scope of partnership options. From there, community partners submit any type of student volunteer role they'd like to have filled, an idea for a capacity building project, or really any type of engagement that they would like to see from either an individual or a group of students that they feel can fall within this semester timeframe. And then our team reads through these submissions and works hard to find the synergy and the shared goals across course objectives and partner goals. This process takes time and also requires some back and forth between multiple stakeholders just to ensure that it's the best fit. And this semester, in order to better track and confirm our community and course partnerships, we will be asking community partners, faculty members, and service learning teaching assistants to complete a partnership tracking form that will collect both logistical information and shared goals. So stay tuned on more information for this. So for this fall semester, which at Northeastern will run from September 8th to December 8th, there are a few dates you might want to bookmark. Our first day of undergraduate classes is September 8th, and we hope to have all SLTAs, faculty members, and community partners in contact before then for sure, but really throughout the month of August. And if you are working with a direct, virtual, or hybrid service partnership, we will ask that student preparation, orientation, and matching happens before October 5th. And then while some projects and courses may finish up earlier and others may continue to engage past the last day of classes, our general final day of service is December 8th. So while it's really great that there are so many layers of support, we also know that it can be difficult to know who exactly to reach out to with your questions. So I broke down who the best audience may be for each type of question. So to start, our service learning teaching assistants, or SLTAs, are your first line of contact more often than not. Not every course has an SLTA, but about 95% of them do. And you can ask them questions about your specific students. You can provide feedback through them, and you'll be prompted to share updates and course progress via them. And truly, more often than not, your question can be answered by your SLTA. So now, more specific questions about the course project, the scope of a student's ability or the deliverable itself is usually directed through the faculty member. And if there's a major issue with a student that you might want elevated quickly, you can send that directly to the faculty member, but we always recommend CCing the SLTA as well. Additionally, if you're interested in partnering on a similar project or have a colleague at your organization or at another organization that you think might be a good fit for this type of project, you can always reach out to that faculty member directly. And then, of course, questions around material or resources that are coming directly from our team are best sent to Becca and I. I'll also say that if you have other colleagues at other organizations that you want to connect to the university more broadly, feel free to connect them with us. And if you're interested in professional development opportunities or connecting with other initiatives across campus, you can reach out to us as well. And when in doubt, you can always CC everyone, and whoever is the most relevant and has the answer will know to respond. And of course, if you are not up for sending another email or need help offline, we have a number of resources you can utilize. Say our community partner resource website has so much information that will likely answer your question, or at least take you to a place to answer your question. And then our Service Learning Virtual Expo is a great place to go see examples of past engagement. So I've shared a lot of different information and just want to take a moment to sum it all up by sharing some pro tips. Number one, the shared goals of a community and course partnership are essential to successful and meaningful partnerships. So ensuring that you have spent time working through the why you want to partner will help you organize the how and the what. And as we've learned over the last year and a half, having a plan for how you'll approach changes in priorities and programs is very important. More is more with communication. Communicate well, communicate often with your SLTAs and your faculty members to really set yourself up for success. And then finally, throughout your partnerships and ongoing communication with multiple stakeholders, we recommend recording your expectations, goals, and conversations. This is both for the benefit of your shared partnership in the moment, but also to have a record of past goals and collaborations across your organization. So that's all for now, but as always, please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions or concerns before, during, and after the semester. Becca and I are here to support your partnerships in so many ways, and we can't wait to see a semester filled with meaningful community partnerships.